We'll be good. We need something, especially in the East Coast, because everybody going west, Gilliard said, can Rose stay healthy is the question. So we're just talking about that. So I'm jumping into the chat, reading off some of the comments that the listeners are putting into the chat room. Fish said Gaylord he played 67 games last year. So that's what I was saying. He didn't miss a bunch of games. Although he didn't play all 82, he played majority of the season, which is a very good look for Derrick Rose. I can't argue that. Now, him coming off the bench, that is going to be a new thing. Unless something happens with this whole Kyrie thing, and again, we'll talk about that later. You listen to the Wait a Minute show with your host, Jelani J.B. Bodie. But we will see what happens because being the man, and it's one thing to be like something like a Jeremy Lin or whatever, where you tried to, put your stamp on the game somewhere, and then you had a moment where you kind of took over, and then you were the man for a little bit, but then you go back, you kind of regress a little bit, but it's not really a big thing because you used to grinding. And D-Rose grind, but to be the man from, who knows, middle school or whatever, elementary school, he was the man. High school, the man. College, the man. Number 1 overall pick. So, NBA, the man. MVP, the man. Go to the Knicks. Somewhat the man, Now we want you to come off the bench, bro. I don't know how that's going to work. D-Rose might be like, yo, this ain't for me. That's a hard transition for a lot of guys, that's been the man like that. So that's what I'm going to be watching out for, Gaylor said another thing, he will be starter or 6 man. Another thing will be, let me read this right. Another thing, will he be starter or 6 man? Different way to think of it. Will be interesting next few weeks. So me and Gaylor is right there on the same page. I think he comes off the bench. He's going to be a 6 man. Maybe a poor man's Vinnie Johnson, if you will. I'm throwing out an old, Piston reference. But he's going to have to. If Kyrie stays, there's no room for him to be in the starting lineup. I don't think so. I don't think you mess with that chemistry that you got with that team. And if he comes off the bench, you want that second unit to have someone where you don't have to always have either Kyrie or LeBron out there. D-Rose might give that to him. So I am looking forward to the season. October 17th, they'll move the date up, so we'll be watching that. Another thing we've been watching, and I told y'all this. I told you this brother is playing it right to the core, like how you supposed to play it. He read it out of the book, and he's playing it to the core. Hugh Freeze came out today, made his first public appearance or first, speaking appearance since the whole thing of him, resigning from Ole Miss. Now he's in there talking about, and listen to this. This is textbook, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this. This is textbook. I told y'all last week. The reason he resigned so fast, maybe because he's trying to get in front of this thing. And that's exactly what he did. Before it got even more ugly, before you start denying stuff or start to, trying to pull the wool over people, I like some football teams that we'll talk about later on in the show. But if you get out in front of it, because there's going to be some damage. It's going to be damage. But you need to minimize that damage. And that's what he did. He said, look, I could stay here and try to fight this, but it's probably going to bite me in the butt eventually. And I'm going to be out of a job also with a bad rep. Because something else may come out. I told you, and probably something else that's going on that they don't want to talk about, and he doesn't want to talk about. So he just said, let me go ahead and leave. Now he follows it up with, he makes his public appearance. Look, this Bobby Petrino did the same thing. Bobby Petrino did the same thing, and now he's back in college football coaching at Louisville. He didn't get out in front of it like he should have, but when he did, he definitely got out in front of it. But Hugh Freeze is getting out in front of it. He's saying, I got the support of my family, my friends, and all that good stuff. He brings up his faith and all this. And We will get through this. And my family is standing side by side with me. Well, yeah, Hugh, I mean, they're your family. That's what they're supposed to do. They're not just going to dip on you. They shouldn't. I mean, not yet anyway, but he's gotten out in front of it. I guarantee you, this year, he'll probably be on ESPN or some FS1 or something dealing with, college football. And then he'll be into another team. He'll be on another team or coaching another team. Probably won't be, big time D1 right away. That's a little bit too soon. But eventually he'll have another D1 school, Power 5 school, or whatever it is that you want to throw. I mean, I just told you. Bobby Petrino did it. Urban Meyer did it to a certain degree. He was talking about, hey, I need to chill or whatever. He went away or whatever. Florida got in a little trouble. Boom. He comes back. Now he's with Ohio State. So, textbook, ladies and gentlemen. So if you didn't learn anything tonight, learn from this. If you make a mistake, get out in front of it. If you know it's going to hit the fan, get out in front of it. Coaches do it all the time. What does this mean for Ole Miss? Nothing. Nothing at all. They pretty much go back to probably what they were, anyway. They not going to be, number one recruit because at this point they got an interim coach, but they'll probably be looking for a new coach. I don't know if the interim coach is going to take over permanently. We'll see about that. But Hugh Freeze, textbook play by him. And we will be talking about him again, and all will be forgiven because we'll never really 100% know everything that happened. All we know is that he supposedly called an escort service because no one is 100% confirming this or saying that that's what he did. But he did something. He did something, and he indirectly admitted he did something. So Grego he said, go to hell, Ole Miss. Grego, who's your team in college? Because sounds like you may be a rival SEC team, or you just don't like Ole Miss. Something happened, Grego? Did you go to Mississippi and something happened? While you were down there and you trying to get some get back. Shouts out to Lopez Bootang, Miss Mocha Bella. She's in the building. So Lopan is excited about that. He's always excited when Mocha is in the building. Shouts out to my man Casey. He got a show tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking It with Casey. That'll be on Thursday, which is tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in for that. Oh no, Grego. This is why people got a problem with Grego. Grego's an Alabama fan. I hope 334 ain't in here because he's gonna be mad at me. But Patriots fan and an Alabama fan. Jeez Louise. Shouts out to DJ Knox, who's in the building as well. Appreciate you for jumping in, DJ Knox, to the room. And I think I got everybody so far at this point. So, Hugh Freeze, basically, textbook. Give that man credit. I'm not going to wake the kids. We're not giving no applause for all that. You don't get applause for that. Now, this weekend, I told you, ladies and gentlemen, we have, and before I go into my next topic, I want to send shouts out to Al Thompson, who is in the building as well. He's just jumped in. But we have a fight, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. And I'm kind of surprised it hasn't really been, maybe it has been. Maybe I've been on a rock or something. But I'm really surprised that it hasn't been hyped up more than maybe what it should be. I know this Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather thing, is going on. But we actually have a real fight between two people who are in their profession one of the best and ranked one of the best. Sorry, did I say that? Best, not breast, best, but ain't nothing wrong with breast. So Daniel Cormier and John Bones Jones is got a fight going on tonight. Or this weekend, Saturday. And this will be their second fight. And this is the fight that they've been trying for years. And John got suspended, for substance and all this stuff. And the first fight, John won. There was supposed to be a second fight. Somebody got hurt. Then the third fight, suspensions and all this stuff. So, everything has happened. So at this point, this is Wednesday night. Nothing has happened. So it really looks like this is going to actually go down. Now, a little bit of the luster has been taken off of the fight because we've been waiting for it and you think you're going to get it and it doesn't. But now it looks like it's going to happen. And this is a fight that I want to see. Now, I will tell anybody, I'm not the biggest UFC, fight person. I'm not a big, boxing fan and all that stuff like the Matt Barber is or my man Vince Wright, nothing like that. But, Mocha, Jelani said breast. Ooh, he meant best. Yeah, I did. But like I said, ain't nothing wrong with breast. But Saturday, this fight should be probably the second best fight of the year. I think Canelo and Triple G probably would be the number one fight that everyone wants to see. Conor and Mayweather is the most hyped up one that everyone wants to see. But as far as like an actual fight, like these two guys, John Connor and Daniel, they do not like each other. Like seriously don't like each other. And if you don't believe me, check out some of their face-offs that they had during the press conference. I mean, they were at the MGM breaking stuff, pushing each other all over the place and all this stuff. They talked about each other. They dissed each other. These guys really don't like each other. And they are really out there to do harm, gruesome harm to each other's bodies. And this is basically what a UFC fight should be. It's I'm sorry. Yeah. Two guys that want to rip each other's heads off. That's why the sport is so popular right now. Now, who I think is going to win, I think John is going to take it again. Here's the thing. John is very, very talented, but Daniel is as well. I mean, he was an Olympian. You just don't get to the Olympics by luck. You just don't get there by chance and everybody be like, oops, we tripped up. Somehow he got there. So the brother has skills. Now he said he's been practicing, basically, training for this whole point because he really wants him very bad. But I just think that the skill set that John has, he can change it up. He can brawl. I think he goes to the body. You got to watch out for his footwork because, I mean, one of those kicks can come in at any given time and take you out. And he can pull off submission holds. Daniel, brawler, to me, he's a brawler. Now, again, I'm not a professional analyst. I'm just telling you what I see from afar. This is a regular dude talking about sports. So I see him, he just gritty. He's just like, yo, let's mix it up. I don't think you can last. I know where I made my mistake. He said that before. I know where I've made my mistakes. I'm going to correct those. And I think his emotions probably gets the best of him at times. And then he makes mistakes. And I don't think that's going to happen in this fight. So I think we're going to have a really good fight this weekend. I want to have the Matt Barber on Saturday. Maybe I'll try and do that. Maybe I'll reach out to Matt Barber and then have him give, a pre-fight analysis, on this thing. I don't know. Maybe I might try that, But let me go back into the chat room because I saw some people talking about this fight. Grego said, what? I didn't know that. I'm a Bone Jones fan. So, Grego, I guess you're saying you didn't know that there was a fight this weekend. Al Thompson said this fight is going to be legit grudge match between two dudes in their prime. You are exactly right, Al. I like where you're going, with that. Gaylor said, be easy, peoples. Time to catch this fight to Hawaii. I tried to listen to live shows. So we appreciate you, Gaylor, dropping in before you jump on that flight to Hawaii. Be safe out there, bro. Have a lot of fun. Because I know you will. So peace out to Gaylor. Safe travels, as Mocha said. Raider Kev said, I agree. This fight has been on the down low. Should be a great one. Yeah. I mean, with some of the nonsense that's been going on with the McGregor thing, and we'll get into some of the, that nonsense. We're missing out on a fight that could be one of the best fights ever. There's one thing where you got two talented dudes, but then there's another thing where it takes it to another level where it's personal. And they both let it be known